welcome. 190. We've been hanging out for about 4 years and it continues to evolve. We're on the internet, on Facebook space, always in search of awesome sauce. And we found big time awesome sauce on steroids tonight. Hayley Bell's my guest. She is indeed a social media Jedi. I'm going to say slash guest VIP. She's figured out how to follow it up so that she's crushing referrals. Works at Sure Excellent in Rantoul, Illinois. You're going to love her. Salon owner is actually tonight on the show. Bridget, you're out there to coach on your prodigy, Miss Bridget S. Rogers. Summit coach Amy Banks. I think Amy blew in my ear about Hayley Bell. And then Bridget and I were doing some private messaging, and that's why Hayley's on tonight. Let me tell you why I invited her on the show. Look at this, you guys. And W2, she's like, her first few months, she's on associate program. That's 5.5 FAL. Her first full year behind the chair, she just blew it up. First year, and if what we think is going to happen this year does happen, and I have every reason to believe it will, you're going to see that grow by probably another 15 or 20. That's why I invited her on tonight. Her story is amazing. She's only a level 3 already, 23 years old. Her average service ticket is running at $61, and her haircut is at $30, so she's running twice her haircut on average ticket. Doing about 12 referrals a month. Do the math on that. That's just this side of 150 a year. Rebooking just under 75% of her guests. So she's growing exponentially fast. And look, she's running at 22% RTS. So she's teaching her guests how to recreate the experience when they go home. She's going to tell you her story, and it's an amazing story. It touches my soul. But this is her timeline. She graduates from high school in 14, graduates from hair school in 17, begins Sheer Excellence as an associate in 18, 2019, trending. She's going to be shooting for that in 2020. So she's got it together. Now, what has she got cooking on social that really got my attention? First of all, you're going to want to follow her on Instagram. Hair by HB13. We'll post that link on the comment box for you. And she's doing some work on Facebook as well. Hair by HB. This is her Instagram page. It's beautifully laid out. I mean, her work is just nothing short. She knows how to create awesome content. She knows how to document. She knows how to place it. She knows how to brand it. Oh, but no, wait, there's more. She's got a VIP page. And just like somebody else tonight, Lacey's on, but Lace, what she has is 143 members, and she does some really cool stuff about really paying attention to who is making comments on the content that she's posting, and just a real methodical follow-up, sending them private messages, and we've got a few of those samples, so I can hardly wait to get her to talk about that as well. She is in our green room. We're going to bring her out. She's going to talk a little bit about her story, and it is an amazing story. And then before we let her go, we're going to have her share her secret sauce on Guest VIP. So let's go back there now, see if we can find her. I know she's back there. There she is. Give it up for you guys, will ya?
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you hear me bragging on you?
I did.
And you and I had some chance to chat a little bit over the last couple of days, and I just love where you've been, where you're at, where you're going. We always like to get started with the story, and I know that your story is really heartfelt. So who are you, and who is Amy Bell, and what was she doing before she decided to do this? What inspired her to do this? So get us going.
Yeah. Well, I graduated hair school in 2017, and then I just kind of lost my passion for why I went to school. And then I was working at Family Video. I had been working there for about 3 years at the time. And then I was just making what I thought was a lot of money that I could live off of. And then I ended up, I got pregnant with my daughter, and I realized that I needed to do something else for myself. And that's when Bridget had been reaching out to me and that was when she first became Summit, and she was trying to make me become her associate. Um, and then her sister, who also works at the salon, Jen, she is a really good friend of mine. And she was also messaging me, telling me that I would be great at the salon with them, and, just kind of going from there. And then I finally got in touch with Bridget, and we had an interview, and then it was history.
The rest is history. And
Yeah.
when you were telling me your story, and then you said, when I got done with school, I was working in a like family video rental or whatever it was, and I thought I was doing okay. Now I'm not going to tell people what you earn, but I'll tell them this: that right now you're making twice as much as you were then. Before you meet Bridget and Sheer Excellence. So it's just amazing. So one of the things that happens when people are invited on the show, and you're our 190th story, and there's always something in the story, Hayley, where something happens and the light bulb goes on, and all of a sudden it gets us more focused. It changes the trajectory of your life. I know that something happened in your life that really kind of turned the lights on for you. What was it?
When I met with Bridget, she showed me the growth chart of the potential that I would have working there. And the numbers on that chart were just outrageous. I just couldn't believe it. And, I was almost topped out at Family Video, and there was really nothing more there for me. And then I saw those numbers, and the growth just keeps going. And I just went with it. I was like, okay, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, and in your personal life, you've got this new addition, right? Your daughter, and all of a sudden, okay, it's game time. So
yeah,
you got that mega ginormous change, and then you go into the Summit world. She shows you the potential that if you really got focused, and so that was like your big bang. That was the oh my God, aha, and as you said, the rest is history. You've been almost on a vertical trajectory since.
Yes, definitely.
So wherever you were pales in comparison to where you are now. And I always love to ask this question: how has this journey changed you? Changed your standard of living? Changed you as a person? Changed you as a salon professional? Because the change has been nothing short of ginormous.
Yeah, nothing but good things have come my way since I started at Sheer Excellence. It's just been, the best experience that I think I could have ever done for myself and for my family, for sure.
Yeah, and I know that when you and I were chatting, it's something about, okay, I'm in a place, the culture is very, very empowering, inspiring. So there's an excitement to it's not a job, right? It's a career. You're now like you can't wait for the next goal that you're crushing it. But what's it like? I have to ask you this, and I know it's a little bit personal. You're doing dramatically better financially. How has that changed your standard of living, especially with your daughter?
Before I started at the salon, I was pretty much living paycheck to paycheck, getting every bill out of the way, every paycheck that I could. And now I actually have money that I can set aside and, save for retirement and, other big things that are going to come my way. And I don't have to worry. Money is not an issue right now from my point in this life.
Yeah, and it's really, at 23, you're on the front end of creating a life for yourself, but to really see that kind of change in that part of your life, it's almost indescribable unless somebody has had that. It's like you going to the Grand Canyon and seeing the experience, and the closest you can come to telling somebody about it is like a postcard of the Grand Canyon. It's like there's no way. You have to actually have the experience to know it, right?
Right, exactly.
So what's next? You're 23. You're crushing it. Where do you go from here? What do you see for yourself in the next year or a couple of years down the road?
Well, I mean, the only way you can go from here is up, so that's good. Growth just keeps coming. I'm looking for my first associate, hoping to get one in the next couple of months, if not sooner. And yeah.
I love it. I love it. So there's a lot of people watching tonight. I mean, like a lot of people watching tonight, and there's going to be several thousand watching this a recorded version that'll be on YouTube. It'll be on my Instagram, IGTV channel, and they're looking at you. They're listening to you. They're relating with you, and they're in the place you used to be, and you know where that is, and they're really getting a descript of where you are now, and they're going, is that possible for me? I wonder if I took the shot that Hayley took, could I get to a place that she's at? What might you say to them to give them the hope, the faith, the vision, the inspiration to take the shot?
Just stop sleeping on it. Just take the shot, go for it. You don't look back and you won't regret it, because I know that I haven't, and I know everyone else who drank the Summit Kool-Aid only has good things to say about the Summit Kool-Aid. So
yeah, I love your metaphor. But it really is. It's an awakening, and you don't know it until you've had it. And when you tell people that haven't had it yet, they're not too sure what to make of it. But I can tell by looking at you and listening to you that you're the real McCoy. Now, you also said that, good people like Jen and Bridget, they saw more in you than you could see in you. And then you almost like borrowed their vision of you until it became real for you. And now it's like, I'm going to see how far this can take me.
Yeah.
So we got a few more minutes with you, and I'm not going to let you leave until you tell us some of your secret sauce. You're doing some really interesting stuff on both your Instagram page, and you've got a Facebook VIP page, and you're doing some stuff on following up there. So what is it that you want to share with us about what you're doing on social that's getting you like 150 referrals a year?
Sure. So my VIP page is mainly for my guests. So usually whenever I see that I have like a slow day coming in my schedule soon, I'll post some specials in my page, and hoping that I can fill some of those empty spaces. And usually it ends up working out. People will send me a message after they see my post, and then it'll fill my day. And then also, whenever I post a picture on either Facebook or Instagram and I get like likes on it, I'll message everyone who liked my post, and I'll send them a message personally saying, hey, thanks for liking my picture. It really means a lot. I would really like to meet you. So here's $20 off if you'd like to make an appointment with me. And I usually get really good feedback on that. And that's where I've been getting most of my referrals from.
Yeah. Now, when you were talking, I was actually giving us a little field trip on your VIP page. And I'm going to show them some more stuff when I'm done interviewing you. But it's interesting because you actually took screen grabs of 3 private messages that you send, and there's a rhythm now, and it says, hey girl, thanks for liking my post of Leah's hair. I'm assuming that Leah is the client, and that you put documented that content, put on your page. Just wanted to give you an offer of $20 just for doing so, for your next color service with me at Sure Excellence. Let me know if you would like to set up something. And then I said, so do you get any responses? And you said, yeah, let me send you some. So this was one of 3 responses. This one said, that's awesome! Explanation point. I've been wanting to get more highlights, and this just gives me more of a reason. I'm going to find a time I'm free and let you know. Is that okay? And it's like, yeah, are you kidding? Of course it's okay. And then you have another one here that you said the same thing, liking my post, $20, and then she says, oh, whoa, maybe I'm going to let you know thank you. And it goes on and on and on. So it sounds like, how long have you been doing this particular strategy?
I've only been doing this for a couple months now. Amy actually gave everyone at the salon a tip to do so. And so we kind of all took advantage of it. And it's gotten really good feedback for most of us. So, yeah.
And then your Instagram page is what is your handle again?
Hair by HB13.
So tell us about it, how's that help you build? What are you doing there?
I just post all my content there. Well, most of it. I try to get all of it out there. And then anyone who likes my pictures on there, I do the same thing. Go and message them and usually get pretty good feedback on that.
Yeah, I think I was telling you that as I was just like kind of crawling that page, like I'm looking at 15 pieces of work. First of all, the content that you're creating, the hair that you're doing is extraordinary, and those all look like high-end tickets. If either high double digit or those are triple digit tickets there, and what you're saying is the same thing, that in this particular and I just arbitrarily hit one, you got 24 likes, and what you'll do is you'll hit the like button to see who are these people that liked. You'll go to actually some of their pages to see where, how they fit into the grand scheme of things, and depending, you will send them a direct message that we just kind of talked about, and you're saying that particular piece, that best practice, whether it's on your VIP page or Instagram page, is really, really key for you getting the referrals.
Yep, exactly.
I'm curious. I think you said you work, is it 4 days or 5 days behind the chair?
I was working 4 day or 5 days, and now I'm only working 4.
So on any given day, how many minutes, hours would you like engage in this part? You're not with clients. It would be either before work, after work, during work when you've got openings. On a typical day, typical week, what are we talking about in minutes and hours that you spend using this best practice?
Usually anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes.
So if I do the math, we're talking about 2.5, 3, maybe 4 hours a week.
Yeah.
And when do you typically do this? That few minutes a day.
Usually in my downtime at work or before I go to bed. Like if I can't fall asleep, I'll just sit there and scroll through and send messages.
I love it. That's so real, because when you and I were chatting about that, and I asked you the question, it's like, yeah, there's, I mean, sure, I've got opportunities to get some of this handled at work, but there's times where, my kid's asleep, it's at night, I can't fall asleep, so I'll spend a few minutes doing this, and before I go to bed, and it's that investment of time that is really yielding you about just under 150 referrals a year.
Yep.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, this has been extraordinary. I'm out of time with you, but before I let you go, I want you to promise me that you'll come back for an encore back end of this year to see how close you are to crushing 60, and then how close you are to, whether it's level 4, level 4A, I don't know how it works at Sheer Excellence. Sometimes they even have levels that go beyond those.
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Well, this has been awesome. I know it's been a long day. I'm going to let you get back to your daughter, and I know you got work to do tomorrow. So thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it. This was really good stuff.
Thank you. I really appreciate it as well.
All right, let's give it up one more time for Miss Hayley Bell. All right, I'll see you later, Hayley. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Give it up one more time, you guys. Did you hear what she shared with us? I'm gonna see if I can get my PowerPoint to come on so that you can actually see. There it is. So this is her VIP page, And this is her. Basically, it's a personalized direct message. It looks personalized, but it really is as much of a form text as it is personalized. It says, "Hey, thanks for liking my post of," and then she'll plug in whoever the guest was. Leah's here in this case. Just wanted to give you an offer of $20 for doing so. Doing what? Liking the post. I mean, that's what's brilliant about it. And you can use it for your next color service with me. That's sure excellent. Let me know if you'd like to set something up. And then here's just an example of 3 responses. That's awesome. I wanted more highlights. Just gives me more of a reason. I'm going to try to find a time I'm free. This one says, whoa, I'll let you know. Thank you to, wow, thank you. Sounds awesome. I just happened to get my hair done. But I will be in next time. How long would you be willing to give me this offer? So this is someone that's already made up their mind. And then you can see that even on Hayley's Instagram page, she has does the same thing. I mean, when I listen to it, it's not like this particular best practice is not necessarily front page news. What's front page news is that she follows every post, hits how many likes she's getting, and in this particular post, she got 18 likes, hits who liked my content, goes to each page to see who these people are and if they fit in, and then depending on who they are, she will send them the direct message. That's a system. That's a pattern. That's a blueprint. That's a best practice. So I think that's what's changing it up for her. So I would call what she's doing simply genius. So it's very, very simple, not necessarily easy to do if you haven't done it yet. So you got to, like I think if you've been following my blogs, discipline is getting your stuff done even when you don't feel like getting your stuff done. This is the stuff that Hayley Bell is getting done. And like I said, is it worth 150 referrals a year at $40,000 plus your first full year behind the chair in a W-2? I think it is. So give it up for one more time. It's been a wonderful show. If this is the first time you're hanging out, I've got a lot of people hanging out with us tonight. You're on, this is my handle on the page you're on here. Michael Cole Summit. This has become a learning channel for teaching people in the salon how to use the internet, whether we're talking Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whether we're talking about websites, Google pages. How do you use the internet to blow up your income? This is called digital marketing and branding, and this doesn't cost you any money, you guys. So hang out. We do this episode weekly along with some other things. Got the same handle on Instagram, so hang out with me there. As a matter of fact, all of the interviews are cooked down to about a 5-6 minute, 3 minute sometime micro learning and put on Michael Cole Summit's IGTV channel, so you can watch that as well. And again, this is at no charge. Our sponsors, the money that we get from our sponsors really afford us this opportunity to do this with you and do this for you. If you're not hanging out on summitsalon.com, you need to be. And these have become now the 3 pieces of collateral that support all of the conversations we're engaging in. We've got the social digital script guide, which has really become the handbook, if you will. The guide to, and it's a simple read. You can put it in your bag, but it tells you, gives you the text on how to kind of follow what we give you on our tutorials. And then, of course, the social digital planner. Hayley plans when she's going to be following up, whether it's at real time, at work, downtime, or at home, so that this gets done. I think she said she was putting in about 3 hours, 4 hours a week. And again, you start doing the math on 150 referrals a year at about $60, $70 a referral. That's a good return on investment, you guys. So I would encourage you to do that as well. If you hang out on YouTube, Summit, Michael Cole Summit YouTube page, you're going to see all of our episodes. They've been recorded, they have been edited. There's micro learnings there. So if you just put into the YouTube search bar Michael Cole Summit, it'll take you to those interviews, and you can watch them, or like I said, Bluetooth your mobile device to your car when you're driving and experience them as a podcast. So there's just no damn reason whatsoever why you shouldn't be taking advantage of this. We have a brand new .com, summitsalon365.com. It really is our Netflix. It's some of our higher end video courses that you can subscribe to. It's an annual fee. You can pay it monthly. It's nominal. And if you're a salon owner, I think this is a must. You're going to find that we have some pretty sophisticated stuff on that. We now have online digital coaching services. And so if you are a salon spa owner, you can have social media consulting for yourself, for your staff, developing best practices and goals to keep everyone inspired and profitable. You can schedule time for a virtual coaching session, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, advanced session. This can be scheduled when you or your team is available. So and all of this is recorded. So you have the content and it becomes part of your library. You guys, we just never had this opportunity before. You can, before you even decide, you could schedule a 1 hour complimentary consultation and have a conversation with a coach to really find out more about this and why you shouldn't be taking maximum advantage of this. So visit our summitsalon.com and you can /services, social media training, or download our flyers and to have this and make that part of your roaring 2020 business plan. We have now digital calculators on summitsalon.com that actually set annual take-home money goals, and it translates that money into service dollars, breaks it down for the year, month, week, day, so that now you can start setting day goals to increase your annual income, and that's for free. So get on our .com, follow that, and we now also have digital trackers where you can measure what you treasure. And again, whether you're Apple, whether you're Droid, take advantage of that. This is all digital resources that we can provide for you. Anytime you see me doing an interview, you see I'm wearing my MC tattoo. This is the Tree of Life. We have a .com, mctattoo.com, where all of our, I'm a tattoo guy. I don't wear tattoos, I wear tattoos. So every time you see me wearing a new t-shirt, and so if you see something that you like, please go there and make a selection. And by the way, all proceeds of that go to a couple of our philanthropic nonprofit causes, whether it's literacy for children, rehabilitation, recovery for chemical dependency and addiction. So it's all good stuff. It's all soul work. I hope that you take advantage of that. Always like to end with gratitude. Thank you, L'Oreal Professional Product Division. These are L'Oreal's brands. Please support them. You guys, when you do and you get your guest on them, it really allows L'Oreal to support us financially so that we can bring this programming to you because of them. So thank you. And we got, of course, Baxter's a hot men's line now. We got Matrix, we have Biolage, Mazzani, Essie, Pulp Riot's our new fam, and they're just on fire. Kerastase, Pureology, Redken, L'Oreal Professional, and Shoe. So please support the brands, as well as Summit Salon Business Center continues, it never ceases to amaze me. And we always like to thank Salon Centric and State Beauty and RDA ProMart as well. So great show tonight. I'm going to let you guys get some rest to continue to blow it up. We're off to a great New Year's, and we will pick up where we left off. I'm going to be on retreat next week, where the mentor's going to get mentored. So I'm going to go up into the mountains and meditate with the monastics for about 10 days. So I will be back. You're amazing. We're amazing. We'll keep blowing up. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next.